Well, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Just inviting everyone to come on into the sanctuary, find a place for our online community, find a space that can be just yours for the next hour. And let's begin the way that we always begin, by standing and singing our first community song.
Good morning. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to be born, a time to die, a time to plant, a time to reap, a time to heal, a time to kill, a time to laugh, a time to weep. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to build up, a time to break down, a time to dance, a time to mourn, a time to cast away stones, a time to gather stones together. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, turn, turn. And a time to every purpose under heaven. A time of love, a time of hate, a time of war, a time of peace, a time that you may embrace, a time to refrain from embracing. To everything, turn, turn, turn. There is a season, turn, 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 and a time to every purpose under heaven. A time to gain, a time to lose, a time to rend, a time to sow, a time for love, a time for hate. A time for peace, I swear it's not too late. Sing a time for peace. A time for peace, I swear it's not too late.
Oh, thank you, Jessica. Thank you, everyone, for lending your voice. I always love how that sounds when all of the voices are together. Good morning again, and welcome to the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. We want you to know that whether you are joining us here in person or you are part of our growing online community, that wherever you are on your spiritual journey, you are welcome here. My name is Karen. I go by Rev K, and I am honored to be your host today. It doesn't seem like we have any little ones that are in the room this morning, but let's just rub our hands together and send some love and joy and gratitude and visualize and know a growing, thriving children's program. Yes. Beautiful. Well, every Sunday at the Sierra Center, I like to remind everyone of who we are here and what we believe. We are a supportive, inclusive spiritual community that celebrates all of life, And we do this by aspiring to live authentic spiritual lives through the practical applications of the teachings of science of mind. And so we provided, a high-level summary of some of the science of mind beliefs this morning to give you an idea of what that means exactly. Number one is that all thought is creative and influential. I like to say that this is the good news and the bad news, because it means that if we're thinking something, that it's outpicturing in the world. But if we're thinking something, it means that when we change our thoughts, we then can change what outpictures in the world. Number two is that there is only God. There is only that essence, that unlimited, expansive thing that we call God that exists. It lives right in here and grows like light to the degree that we are willing to claim it and live in it and affirm it. And that means that just like when we go into a room and we flip on a light switch, we overcome the darkness, that evil and devilishness starts and stops right here in our mind. That the more that we embrace the good that we call God, the less that we see evil and devilishness. Number three is that everything, and I mean everything in our experience, is either an expression of love or a call for love. That means in those moments that we feel our hearts bursting open, whether that is looking at the beautiful flowers or a fur baby or a new grandchild or spending time with a beloved, that heart to heart, that is that expression of love. That too, in those times of challenge, can we look at those people and see the face of God in this experience and remember that this too is a call to take a stand for love? And how can we be love in those times that are challenging? And number four, one of my personal favorites, is that no matter what happened before this very moment, no matter what anybody told you when you were young, or any experience that you have had, no matter what, when we look out at each one of you here, as well as those joining us online, what we know beyond a shadow of a doubt is that you are whole, perfect, and complete right now, however you show up. Right here. Yes. Let's just breathe that in for a moment. We also love to celebrate here at the Sierra Center. And so if you were here for the first or second time and you're here in the room and you feel comfortable, would you just raise your hand so that we can just celebrate you and celebrate with you and clap? Oh, we've got a couple of brave people. Perfect. Well, welcome in. We're so grateful to have you here with us today. There is a sign-up sheet that is on that tall table if you would like to know about all of the activities, and you'll hear a little bit more about those in our announcements today. And you can also take a Science of Mind magazine with you. You can see those in the seat back pockets are some previous issues if you'd like to learn more about our teaching. For those of you who are joining us for the first time online, I will give you our website address here in just a moment, and you too can sign up on our newsletter to find out all of the things that are going on. All right, at this time, we're going to move into our inclusion candle lighting, and so I'll invite Diana up to light our candle. We light this candle to celebrate the unity of all peoples, all faith, all beings, and all of life, honoring the infinity of oneness as all creation seen and unseen, to remind us of the light of spirit within us all. We're getting a little online feedback, but that's okay. We're good. Thank you so much, Diana. All right. We also want to remind everyone that we are a praying community, and we love to pray here at the Sierra Center. And so you will find lavender prayer request forms in the seat back pockets. You can complete those prayer sheets and place them in the box that's just to the left of the door in the entryway. And prayer is also available after service with me So give me that gift. I love to pray, and I want to support you in whatever you are going through, whether that is something that is weighing on your heart or something that you want to celebrate. I am absolutely here for that. Those of you who are joining us virtually, you can visit our website, that's sierracenter.org, and then click on spiritual support and then prayer, and you'll get to a place where you can fill out a prayer sheet as well, and one of our practitioners can reach out to you. All right, and now I want to invite Virginia up from the board to read our community announcements.
All right, good morning, everyone. My name's Virginia, and here's today's announcements. We are taking teens to camp. Sierra Center for Spiritual Living received grant monies to help send teens 13 to 18 to the CSL camp in Oregon. We're going to be doing that July 11th through the 17th. Those are the camp dates. See Rev Mitch for more info, and we still have 2 more scholarships for teens available. Vase decorating workshop is going to be happening on Sunday, May 31st with Lisa Bond. From noon to 2, create a beautiful vase using layered floral designs that look painted on. You can leave with a finished piece of art for displaying at home or giving as a gift, $25 per person. All materials will be provided, and I believe we have a video for that.
Hello, I'm excited to offer a fun, creative experience in Grass Valley. My name is Lisa Bone, and I hope you will join me for a hands-on workshop where you'll transform a simple glass vase into a stunning piece of art using beautiful layered floral designs that look like they're painted on. No experience is needed. I will guide you step by step, and you'll leave with a finished vase you'll be proud to display in your home or gift to someone special. The cost is $25 and all materials are included. This workshop is perfect for all skill levels, craft lovers, and anyone wanting a fun, creative experience. So join me on Sunday, May 31st from noon to 2 p.m. at the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living, 119 Florence Avenue in Grass Valley. This is more than a class. It's a chance to unplug, get creative, and make something truly unique. Spots are limited, so sign up today using this QR code or by calling area code 530-274-1018. I hope to see you there.
Okay. And then the rummage sale has been scheduled for June 27th. It's a great way to declutter and give back. We thank you for your support. And Diane, did you want to come up and say a few things about the rummage sale? Why, yes. Okay.
I have a handout. I'll pass around. There's not enough for everybody. Take some to share. We have a little over a month. Oh, thanks. Morning. We have a little over a month till the big event, the legendary rummage sale. We have a great spot, thanks to Virginia and her family. And ways you can help start setting things aside in boxes that you can bring the morning of the rummage sale. I also need, hi Nori, volunteers. We're gonna bring tables from here, and we'll need volunteers early that morning to set the tables up and sort things. They'll be labeled for garden tools, housewares, and we'll have some closet rods to hang clothing on. So bring nice clothing that you no longer need on hangers, please. And there's a list of other stuff there. Thanks.
All right. Thanks, Diane. Okay, and then we have some dates to save here. Check out these events that we have coming up, and there'll be info and flyers over in the foyer for these, and you can find Zoom links, all details about the announcements in our weekly e-newsletter and on our website, sierracenter.org. And friendly reminder to please silence your cell phones.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Virginia, for all of those. Look at all that good stuff we have going on here. And speaking of good stuff, we now get to enjoy another song by Jessica Sunshine.
Sing with me if you remember it. This day I offer up to love. This day I give. Help me see the good in me. I want to love my neighbor. This day I open up to love. This day I give. Flow through me abundantly, and I will love my neighbor. And so it is. Sing with me. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. We'll do that again. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is. And so it is.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Jessica Sunshine. All right. And now we get to move into our inward shift. We're going to start with a sacred reading, and then I will hit the singing bowl, and we will om together 3 times as we lift our voices together in that vibration. And I like to think that as we om together, we start to breathe together, and then our hearts beat as one. And we take that oneness and that wholeness into our time of meditation, after which I will bring us out with a prayer. So the reading that I brought today is by one of my absolute favorite authors, Mark Nepo. If you don't know him, I really recommend it. And this is the Book of Awakening. The worm is one of the only creatures that grows from being cut. Mysteriously, if you cut a worm in 2, each cut half becomes whole, and you have 2 worms. What is it and how the worm lives that allows it to grow from its pain? And how might we translate this into being human? Perhaps the secret to growing from our wounds is to live close to the earth, to live with our hearts and our minds and our bellies always in touch, both inside and out, with that which is larger than we are. And so we just rise, just allowing that light, that beauty of the day to absolutely fill our hearts and our souls. For what we know is true is that there is only one. Truly no place that we end and God begins, just more God, more good, revealing itself as us here and now. Revealing itself as each one of us and as this beautiful place that we call the Sierra Center for Spiritual Living. I know that the center too is that beacon of light and love in the world. And so I just say yes. I say yes to the light. I say yes to the love, to expansion, to growth, to abundance, to all of the good. I say yes to remembering who and whose we are and who our supply comes from. I say yes to life itself, knowing that we are a thriving and growing center. And so it is in this knowing that I speak a word of blessing over every hand that helped to make this service possible, of all of the volunteers, of our guest artist, Jessica Sunshine, and of Reverend Mitch, knowing that each is love in action, that this is how God expresses, and we are doing that work here and now. And I'm so grateful. So grateful to stand witness to this love, to be in this space, just so absolutely overcome by the growth that my heart is opening. Feeling into that good, to that God, to the expansion and the growth. And so I simply cast the word forth into the law. I let it go, I let it be. For I know that sweet spirit always whispers, yes, beloved ones, yes, yes, yes. And we affirm and know this together by saying together. And so it is. And now we have another song by Jessica Sunshine, We Can Do Hard Things.
I'm kind of a wreck today. The song is very special to me. It was written by 16-year-old Tish Melton, inspired by her mother, Glennon Doyle's book, Untamed. I want to do, I walked through fire, I came out the other side. I chased desire, I made sure I got what's mine. And I continued to believe that I'm the one for me. Because I'm mine, I walk the line. 'Cause we're adventurers and heartbreaks on map. A final destination we lack. We stopped asking directions to places they've never been. To be loved, we need to be known. We finally find our way back home. And through the joy and pain that our lives bring, we can do hard things. I hit rock bottom, it felt like a brand new start. I'm not the problem, sometimes things fall apart. And I continue to believe the best people are free. And it took some time, but I'm finally fine. 'Cause we're adventurers and heartbreaks our map. Our final destination we lack. We stopped asking directions to places they've never been. And to be loved, we need to be known. Finally find our way back home. Through the joy and pain, sorry guys, that's really fast, that our lives bring, we can do hard things.
All right. Don't run away, Jessica Sunshine. Give it up for Jessica Sunshine one more time. So, very sad to announce that our Jess is moving away. So we wanted to gift you with these beautiful flowers and this card. Is there anything you'd like to share?
A year ago almost, at Pride Picnic, Mitch heard me do music, and he said, I want you to sing at my church. And I heard the word church and was like, I don't do that anymore. But he roped me in. And I just want to tell you that this family has been such a blessing to me. The encouragement that I've received every single week, and trusting me with your children, which are sometimes here. I'm just so grateful. You all mean so much to me. Thank you, thank you, thank you over and over.
Stay right here.
Oh my God.
I'm going to invite everyone to stand and repeat after me as we extend our hands to Jess and say, we see you. We're grateful for you. We're here for you. And we love you. Always. Wonderful. Thank you so much. So it is. Yeah, go ahead. Jess didn't tell you this, but she has a cold. She's wearing a mask and everything, but she's soldiering through it for us today. So thank you, Jess. So appreciate you beyond words. So happy Sunday. Let's turn to somebody and say, glad you came today. Glad you came today. We could not have community without our online. Welcome. Glad you came today. So grateful for everyone in the room and all the love and the good vibes. And what's becoming more rare, face-to-face interaction. So I'm so grateful for everyone in the room today with full hearts. And if your heart isn't full and you need a little support today, sit with Rev Kay. She's here for you. She loves to do this, and it's one of the most important things we provide people is to hold them in their moment or hour of need. And that's part of our sacred service and something we don't want anyone to leave out the door without being supported in a way that feels good to you. All right, we got, speaking of Pride, we have Pride Family Festivals coming up on Sunday, June 28th, and we're going to have a table there. Last month, or this month, we were at the Recreation Fair at the fairgrounds. June, we're going to be at the Pride Family Festival. Hundreds of people come, and guess what? You get free food. Free barbecue. And there's something for everybody. The vegans, the vegetarians, the gluten-free, the meatitarians, the everythingitarians. There's something for everybody. We're going to have a table. And what I need is for anyone who's willing just to spend a couple hours at the table or even an hour to sign up on the sheet over at the sign-up table. Here's why. Here's why it's so important. I want to have at least 2 or 3 people there at all times because somebody may not feel comfortable coming up to me, but they might come up to you, or they might come up to you, and you might be the reason they actually make it through these doors. See, somebody brought you here or tipped you to this place. Now you get to be the channel helping bring people here who are already seeking this. They just don't know it. Whoever walked through this door and didn't know you needed this, like you went, oh, this exists. So please, if this speaks to your heart at all, plus if you have kids or grandkids, bring them. I'm going to be the game master. I'm running all the games. It's going to be a good time. It's going to be a good time. So please, I hope you can join us. It'll be after service, Sunday, June 28th. Our longtime sister in spirit now, Mary Lou Knapp,
Festival of Celebration will be next Sunday after service. I hope you can join us. It's a festival of life because she loved festivals. I'll be opening up the festival celebration as this is she was on the board, longtime member, but here's the thing. She loved this community. So even if you just barely knew her, please show up because we want to represent the love that she had for us there at her festival, if you can make it at all. It'll be at the Schramberg Estate, and there are flyers on the flyer table over there. So I just have two more quick save the dates. Who are my possibility and planning committee people in the room? Raise your hands. Yes. As many of you know, we're looking for another possibility for a location. We're going to have our parking lot closed for 18 months. So everyone keep your eyes peeled. Everyone, you're all assigned. If you see anything, let us know. Our next meeting is going to be Wednesday, May 27th, 6 p.m. in the back room right there. Also, June 26th, who loves music? Anyone love music? Few people? Yeah, the Peace Choir is going to be performing. They're going to bring in another choir, June 26th. All the proceeds go to the center. So that's a night to show up, bring a friend, and enjoy the music as well. That'll be here. It's here, of course. So during my schooling as a minister, I was told that a minister's job is to comfort the afflicted and to afflict the comfortable. So that's my trigger warning for today's talk. That's the divine affliction ahead warning. And today we're going to talk about sheep and porcupines and the KKK and quantum physics and favoritism. Are you ready? This is going to be pretty interesting. I hope you're intrigued now. So Wayne Dyer used to tell this story, and it goes like this. Once upon a time, there was a shepherd who had many sheep, and a person from a distant country came to visit him, and he was curious about his sheep. And he asked, well, how much do your sheep eat every day? How much grass do they eat? And the shepherd said, well, I have so many sheep. Which ones are you talking about? The white ones or the black ones? The person goes, well, okay, the white ones. The shepherd said, well, they eat exactly 3.5 pounds of grass every day. And the person said, well, okay, how about the black ones? They eat 3.5 pounds of grass every day. Person perplexed then asked, well, how far do your sheep travel in a day? And the shepherd said, which ones? The white ones or the black ones? Okay, let's say the white ones, says the person. Well, I measured it. It's 6 miles a day. And the black ones? Oh, and they also walk 6 miles a day. Person is getting more perplexed. Well, how much wool do they produce each year? And the shepherd said, well, which ones? The white ones or the black ones? Well, let's go with the white ones again, the person said. Well, I've measured it, and they produce almost exactly 6 pounds of wool each year. And then the person said, what about the black? 6 pounds also. And the person's irritated, and he said, well, first I ask you a question, and then you ask me whether I want to know about the white ones or the black ones. And ultimately, you give me the same answer for both of them. So tell me why you ask whether it's for the white ones or the black ones. And the shepherd said, well, there's a reason behind it. And it is because I have raised the white ones, I have nurtured them. The person says, oh, I understand now. And how about the black ones? And the shepherd said, well, actually, I have raised and nurtured them too. So the moral of the story is that there's actually not a difference in the white or the black ones. It's the difference we make in our minds. We have a tendency to divide things, right, into sets of same. But we all have the same soul. It's just expressing in different containers and in different ways. Deeply, we are one. And I know we laugh at this little sheep story, but sometimes we do stuff like that, and we don't even realize it. Two seemingly opposite things can be true. We can all be in different containers and expression, but deeply be one, just like the sheep. Sure, Mitch, your clicker isn't working. Can somebody tap on the board for me back there? That'd be great. Yeah, just tap on it once. No? No? All right, talk amongst yourselves. I hope my battery didn't die. Hold on, I got it. Current slide. All right. Oh, I know what it is. All right.
Forward your slides by hand.
Yeah, I do. Thank you. You're going to hit
Forward. Just
that
look
one.
at me.
Okay. I'll do a little clicky click with my. Okay. There we go. All right. Any good jokes? No, I'm just kidding. So it is we that look at the form and we keep dividing. Whether it's based on caste, if you're in India, the caste system is alive and well, sadly. Dalits are considered the low of the low, and they're only relegated to washing people's feet or cleaning sewers. Right? That division. Right? Man and woman, division. Animal, division. Essentially, we're all the same life expressing. Ernest Holmes called it the universal mind, the infinite living spirit that underlies all creation. Our senses and our inner dialogue make us question, are we really one? You know, here at the center, we sing it, we say it, we print it on our materials and our website. We are one. All life is one. God is all there is. And then, in moments of humanness, anyone have a moment of humanness? I do. Never. Label, judge, separate. You know, I was in a training several months ago with some of the most heart-centered, loving people you'd ever want to hang out with. And then all of a sudden, they othered a group of people. They said hateful things about them based on their political affiliation. Boom, in a minute we can slip on an othering. Boom, divided the sheep, right? We like to believe that doesn't happen in our loving, inclusive, spiritual center. But I would be remiss as a spiritual director if I didn't reveal that it does. See, in fact, there are people who felt so othered when they've come here because of their belief system that they haven't returned. And I'm not saying that to shame people. I'm not saying that to blame anybody. But in the words of Maya Angelou, when we know better, we can do better. Yes? And so here's a simple test the next time that you're here and you say something to someone or in passing. Does what I'm saying and how I'm saying it allow for others to safely have a belief that is different from mine? If not, you might not be creating a safe space for everybody. You know, this part of the spiritual center that you're sitting in right now is called the sanctuary. And when you hear that word, what comes up for you? What comes up for you? A sanctuary is where? Safe. What else? Huh? What else? Spirit. Community. You can rest. You can take off the body armor. That's a sanctuary. You know, a simple way to define it is it's where you don't have to earn your belonging. And Brene Brown tells us that the opposite of belonging is fitting in. It's chopping off parts of yourself. And that's what we're trying to create here. See, we don't ask which kind of sheep are you when you walk through the door, right? We don't look for your, what is it called now, real ID right? Or what's the sound of your name, or the shape of your politics, or what are your pronouns, or do you have the right dietary choices, or what is your belief system? We don't do any of that. Because to have belonging and to honor the oneness we are, we remain open. So that this can be a sanctuary, because a sanctuary doesn't pretend that differences don't exist. It's a place where we stop dividing each other based on those differences. It's very different. See, it's that diversity that can enrich, expand, and grow us in new ways. In the language of Ernest Holmes, Ernest would say, a sanctuary is anywhere where two or more people choose together to recognize the highest God. And the innermost God is one. That's the thread of one. And if you don't like the word God, use grand organizing designer, spirit, higher power. Big guy in the sky. I had a client who called their higher power big guy in the sky. She liked it, so we went with it. So, are we really one? This idea of oneness we've agreed to hold. And sometimes we hold it at a safe distance from people who feels hardest to include, yes? And so I'm going to invite you right now to think, who makes it hardest for you to embrace oneness with? Who in your life? Sometimes it's yourself. Sometimes it's a neighbor. Sometimes it's an in-law, or a family member, or a community member, or a public figure. I just want you to call them up in your head right now. Everybody got somebody? I know we all do. I think I'm still forgiving a past teacher in my experience. And here's your assignment. Ready? To lean in and hug that porcupine. You might be surprised. In my journey, I've hugged a lot of people. I've made porcupines in my head, because that's where we start. We make them porcupines in my head. Somebody who's spiky, maybe who someone doesn't feel comfortable being around. And here's what I found more often than not. The fear was greater than the reality. And when I could stay in my uncomfortableness and keep moving my feet towards them and open my mind just a little bit to see something new beyond what I made up here, I learned things. I deepened my compassion for them. They may not be my best friend, but I have grown and I've moved beyond what has been happening in this fear factory. And quantum physics is even confirmed what the mystics have known at a subatomic level. Get this. There's no firm boundary between you and the person next to you. Look at the person to your left. Look at the person to your right. You think because my skin ends here and there's a space and your skin starts there that we are separate. But subatomically, there isn't. So I hope you all showered today. And if you didn't, we know. See, you are immersed in and saturated with the vital essence of life. That's what's beating your heart. That's what's growing your hair. That's what's helping you think that thought from where out of the blue. That's your divine guidance. Its presence permeates everything, Ernest tells us. And it binds us together into one complete whole. Those are the words of Ernest Holmes. That's why we love this teaching. And if oneness is the deepest truth of our existence, then why is it so hard to live? Did you ever ask that? Want the answer? Our brains. Our brains. Our brains were not designed to perceive oneness. Our hearts are, but not our brains. It was designed for survival and to see the threat, right? I gotta know the threat. Gotta know it quickly. In fact, your mind scans one time every second, 5 times. Safe, not safe, safe, not safe, safe, not safe, in 1 second. Right? Part of this is our biology. And we look at threats through our belief system, our experiences, and our stories, and we categorize, sort, and create everything around us as a model inside us. So there are 3 veils that are created through the mind that keep us from this sense of our oneness. The first veil is in-group favoritism, right? We tend to favor our group over that group, right? And from that moment, the brain begins to categorize, and it begins to protect. And sometimes it engages in groupthink. Anybody ever heard the term groupthink? It's where you give up your individual capacity to discernment for what the group mind believes. And that's dangerous. That's how terrible things can happen. And beautiful things can happen. So I want you right now to think of some group that you're a part of. Just some group. Maybe it's a knitting group, maybe it's a hiking group, whatever it is. Recovery group. Do you promote your group over other groups? You know, when I first got to Grass Valley, I met somebody because I was reaching out, making friends, and they were telling me about the Rotary Club. And this person happened to be a part of the Nevada County Rotary Club, and they told me there was also one in Grass Valley, and they made it known that the Nevada County Rotary was much better than the Grass Valley Rotary. And I really felt like the black and the white sheep were getting divided. And it's subtle sometimes, and it's appropriate that we laugh, but it's reinforcing a habit. I believe they're just different, not better. This is where I went with it. See, the moment we draw a circle that leaves somebody out of the circle, we have placed limits on the limitless. And you might ask, well, Mitch, what about affinity groups? So affinity groups are like women's groups, knitting circles. We have a North of 70 group. What about them? Are they dividing us? What is your intention? Is your intention to expand connection or to exclude others? It's all about intention. Affinity groups are great. I love them. I think they're important. I think they lift our spirit and our soul in very specific ways to be with people who have the same challenges or same views or same whatevers. But are you there because my group's the best and I don't want to be with them, right? See, the energy is different. The energy is different. Are you drawing a circle of protection and security? Because anytime we're drawing that circle to be a part of a group because we're afraid or insecure or we don't know who we are, then there's low-level pain and discomfort at play. Because we're trying to separate something that can't be separated. You ever wonder why it hurts to cut somebody out of your life? It's because we're trying to cut something we can't cut. Otherwise, we're less than whole. It's like if my right arm judged my left arm and said, well, you're useless, you're taking up resources. That would be painful. This is a whole body. And we're all cells in a body called humanity. And anytime we're trying to cut out any of it, it's painful. You know, I'm going to tell on myself. Sometimes the othering and the separation happens so subtly. It's like a snap judgment. It's really hard to catch. And I went to the bank one day, and I needed to do a deposit. And there were two people behind the counter, and they both said at the same time, I can help you over here, with big smiles. The first person was a white man. The second one was a black woman. And what I noticed is, as I heard them both, I can help you, and I looked at both of them, I felt a pull away from the black woman. It was this quick. It was that quick. It was so subtle. So you know what I did? I went over and hugged that porcupine. I went past him and straight up to her, and I said, how's your day? And we started talking, and then we became BFFs. She told me that I could put essential oils on my beads, and then we started like swapping tips for things, and you would have think we were friends for years by the time we were done. And I almost missed it because of this subtle energy that pops up. You know, and growing up, I was not told good things about black people. I wasn't. I was told to stay away because I might be seen as one of them, because my mother knew that people were prejudiced. This is the water I'm swimming around in. And if I want to change it, if I want to participate in the oneness, I got to work with what's showing up in my programming. No judgment, no blame. We're not handing that out today. We're just working with what we got and doing it differently, because when we know better, we can. Exactly. You know, Ernest Holmes says each one of us is an outlet to God and an inlet to God. Each one of us, we're a vessel. Notice he didn't say each one of us that is a Rotarian or a religious scientist or a vegan. He didn't say that. He said each one of us. That means everybody. You know, in the Bible, we consider the Bible a metaphysical handbook, by the way. And here's what it says in Galatians. It says, there is neither Jew nor Gentile. And if you know anything about the Jews and Gentiles, they were opposites. They were not, like, they wouldn't have dinner together, right? There is neither slave nor free. There is neither male nor female. You are all one. That's what it says. You are all one. Maybe we should all start using they, them pronouns. I thought about that. You know, like, there's no man. I mean, maybe there's something to it. I don't know. The second veil is confirmation bias. So once the brain forms a belief about something or someone, it continues to work on that belief, even if there's evidence to the contrary. Because we have a filter in our brain called the reticular activating system, and it sorts the 4 billion bits of data coming at us every second. And guess how many bits we got? We don't get 1 billion through the filter. We get 2,000. So you think we miss some things? We do. And it works on shortcuts. And when we work on shortcuts, we make errors and mistakes. So it's part of this. Our job is to work through our biology. We construct narratives about groups and people that we've never sat with, just guesses from what we've seen on TV or we've heard friends say or what our family has said. And then we invent a permanent character. We don't do this consciously. This is just automatic. Because remember, I got to know safe, not safe, 5 times a second, safe, not safe. So I got to work on shortcuts. But what if we keep the truth at the forefront of our mind, that we are one part of an invisible, indivisible, whole living being? One part. And we start reconditioning our filter to see in that direction. And then the third veil we got to get beyond is the fundamental attribution error. I love this one. I love this one. When others struggle or fail, we blame their character or something about them. But when we fail, we blame our circumstances. Isn't that convenient? And the problem is, this becomes the architecture for judgment. And judgment is a separating event. It doesn't honor our oneness. It doesn't honor our shared struggles and our shared dreams, right? And then we're trying to separate something that cannot be separated. So Ernest is telling us, be born out of the belief that we are separate from God. So if God is all there is, it's everywhere, and there's one life, and there's only one of us, and we're the inlet and outlet for God, Ernest says, say, be born out of that belief of separation. Isn't that a great way to say it? Be born. I'm going to go around saying, I'm being born out of beliefs now. I'm being born out of limitation and illness. It'd be fun. I'm just going to say that. Someone who demonstrated this passionately and powerfully is Daryl Davis. And I had mentioned him, I think, in a couple talks back. He's a black musician who befriended the KKK. Yeah. Talk about hugging the porcupine. Right? He didn't befriend them to debate them. He didn't befriend them to expose them. He actually met them to undo his own bias, fear, and judgment. And he asked one question. He said, how can you hate me when you don't even know me? Right? And that's possible because of the biology and the filter and the framing. And so he would make these appointments with Klansmen, and he would sit there and he would listen for hours and for years. And hundreds of Klansmen turned in their robes. Not because he asked them to, but because it became too painful to hate him anymore. It just didn't make sense. And I think when we know someone's whole story, hate just doesn't make sense. Compassion might, right? You know, Daryl was demonstrating oneness, and in the words of Ernest Holmes, one who has learned to love all people will find plenty of people who will return that love. Right? It's an inexhaustible force. So let us use our awareness to detect any subtle judgment or separation. Just feel in your body will tell you when you want to do this. I'm going to invite you when you want to do this, to do this. Come forward, connect. That's how we undo our programming. The spirit in me recognizes the spirit in you. You can say it inside yourself. The spirit in me recognizes the spirit in you. Second, get curious. Curiosity is a spiritual act of treating another person as an infinite being, not a fixed category. Ask yourself, what don't I know about this person? What might not be true that I'm thinking right now? We got to deprogram some of those narratives and beliefs. See, Daryl didn't come with arguments. He came with questions and genuine curiosity. And those questions implied to the other, I believe you're worth understanding. And then the third is to act from a place of oneness. Access your voice, your platform, to include someone when that someone isn't in the room. You ever been with a group and they start talking about somebody who isn't in the room? I'm going to invite you to represent that person. Wayne Dyer used to do that all the time. I love it. I think it's a great practice. Right? You know, in Matthew 25:40, it says, whatever you did to one of the least of these, you did to me. Why did it say that? Because Galatians told us we're all one. I can't do something to you without affecting me or affecting the whole. What you do to one, you do to all. So back to our original question, are we really one? Physics says we are. Quantum field says we are. Mystics say we are for thousands of years. You are a spiritual being rooted in the same infinite source as every soul on the planet. Our challenge is to get beyond our biology and live it, yes? The same life that breathes you in, breathes in the next person, the next living thing. And as the same presence that holds you holds the person you find hardest to understand. It doesn't stop. It doesn't say, well, am I going to hold this person today? I don't know. They told a lie yesterday. Life doesn't drop us like that. So that's our challenge. Oneness is not the reward when we get people to get their act together. Oneness is the ground beneath the illusion of separation. So this week, right, your homework is to find someone who appears different from you, or you feel the pullback when you see them, and they're your spiritual assignment. In fact, when you do it, report back to me. I want to know. I want to see what happens. Right? They are the place where your belief in oneness either remains a beautiful idea up here, things we say, or a living demonstration. So you're being asked to birth a new consciousness. And births aren't comfortable. They're kind of messy, but they're worth it. And they require courage, and they require labor. And what comes through is new life, new understanding, new hope. I'm grateful for every porcupine I ever hugged, and there was some in my journey. and it made me a kinder, more compassionate, and get this, more hopeful for all of us. Because if I could hug that porcupine that was judging me, if Daryl Davis can get Klansmen to give up their robes, imagine what we could do when we start seeing each other in each other's eyes, ourselves in you, ourselves in you. Beautiful world, different place, yes? Blessed be. Thank you so much. If you will please stand, I will read our affirmation once and then invite you to read it with me. I release the illusion of separation and awaken to the one life expressing through all beings. With every thought, word, and action, I choose connection, compassion, and inclusion. Together. Illusion, separation, and awaken to the one life expressing through all beings. With every thought, word, and action, I choose connection, compassion, and inclusion. And so it is. If you will, please have a seat and take your gift in your hand. And there's also a text to give here, 44321. And once you get your gift, if you will, please put it on your heart. And we will say today's intentional giving statement together. I give this gift with love and joy from a consciousness of abundance. Divine love blesses and prospers all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. And so it is. All right, now the baskets will come around. Can we go back to the QR code? Thank you. Oh, yeah, thank you, Valerie. Thank you. Thank you, Pat. All right, so let's just take a breath and exhale out. Just knowing that these gifts have been infused with the Most High love, the Most High healing, the Most High wholeness. And that these gifts, the energy of money, participates in this oneness, rising up to be seen and felt by all of us. It becomes the bridge on which we stand and connect with each other. Not erasing differences, but embracing them. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, God. Thank you, good. I release this word, and together we say, and so it is. All right, I'd like to thank our ushers, Pat and Javon. Give it up. Our candlelighter, Diana. Thank you. Announcements, Virginia. Streaming tech, Diane, Virginia, and Diana. Woo, that's a mouthful over there. Sound over here, we have Sharon. Sign placer, I think it was Virginia. Give it up for Virginia. Minister of the day or practitioner of the day, Rev K. Children's Church, Javon was ready. Jessica Sunshine prepared the teaching. Platform hostess, Rev K. And last but not least, big thank you to Jessica Sunshine. So what are you taking away from our experience together today? Oneness. Gratitude. Wonderful. Connection. awareness, joy, love, love, sanctuary, inclusion. Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful. Okay, so I think we are, huh? Love that porcupine. I love that. Please stand and we will do our benediction. All right. Something wonderful is happening as me right now. It's this thing called hugging the porcupine. It's this thing called leaning in with curiosity. It's this thing called we are one. I know it. I feel it. I sense it. Because I am it. And so it is. Take us away, Jess.
I'm going to need your help singing this, please. Sing your loudest you ever have. Let there be peace on earth and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. God is our creator, family are we. Let us work with each other in perfect harmony. Let peace begin with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my song of love. You sing it. Thank you, family. I love you.
Please join us for coffee and tea in the back. We also have a board meeting today at 12:15. Everyone is welcome to attend. Would love to have you join us. Have a great week, everyone.